Hello. Today's video is going to be on a symbol that I showed on a podcast Sunday night called Ghost of Bacon. Jake Roberts runs that, and he interviewed me, and I was able to answer a lot of questions and show what we have found. And that symbol has not been shown on this channel. We've had it for a long time. We didn't know what it was, but now it's really opening up to us. And so we wanted to go ahead and show you this today. This is huge. This is just it's a huge find, and it's a magnificent thing. And so we're trying to fully understand it. I don't believe we fully understand it yet. And so for sure there is one symbol that I cannot find. And so if you can find it, please tell us what it is in the comments. So let's just get started. This is the aerial view map, of course, of the cave that's out here at Asher. This is the secret map that Bacon has left in his secret book. And when you come down, it's an aerial view map of Asher, Arkansas. This whole area, if you were a bird flying over that location, this whole thing, it's an aerial view out at Asher. And there's a cave there, which is depiction right there. Now, when you have this map, you're going to look at it with logic. And logic says, there's my temple, and I see two tunnels, one on each corner. And when you're out there at Asher, there's two man-made structures. And so with logic, we say one of those is our entrance, maybe both. And we put the work in, only it's not there. And so at that point, you cannot read this map with logic. Logic is not how you're going to unlock this secret. So how do you unlock it? Well, with every map, there is what's called a legend or a key. And a legend or a key are symbols which tell you how to read the map. In this map, the map of Jerusalem, the key or legend is here. The symbols are letters or numbers. And so these tell you how to read this map of Jerusalem. But what about the secret map? The aerial view map of our cave? That's our question. How do we read that map? Because doing it with logic is not working. And what it ends up being is there is actually a cipher legend that goes with the cipher map. And I have found it years ago. I know I had seen it years ago, but I didn't know what I was looking at. And it was put into my hands again recently. And as soon as I seen it, I knew exactly what it was. It took me a little while, but we have broken it down. And I'm going to show it to you now. We're going to break this cipher together. And the end result is just, it's incredible. It really is just incredible. What a journey. And I thank you guys, all of you that believe in this and that have encouraged us all this way. We're almost there. And so let's just get right into it. So we're looking for a cipher legend. And what it ends up being is this right here. This right here is what's referred to as the Chamber of Reflection. Okay? Chamber of Reflection. And it is one gigantic cipher. It is a cipher legend to our cipher map. And I'm going to show it to you. So when you start here, you come into the room, and you're actually going to start at the back of the room. And if you are looking at Freemasonry, that rooster, they say that that's a depiction of Hermes, which is represented by the planet Mercury, which is an element. And so the rooster represents the element Mercury. But that is not what this is saying. And Bacon uses this symbol actually a few times in his ciphers. And it's what's referred to as a weathercock. And that's what he calls it. And what that is that you'll see them, they sit at the top of a steeple, and they give you the exact direction of wind. And so they're created to give you directions. And that is what this is saying. Underneath the rooster, you have the word, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but we're just going to go with it, Vedrea la luce. And it's Latin, and it means to the light. To the light. So we have directions to the light, to the Ark of the Covenant. And then under that in the banner, you have you can't make it out because it's such fine print, but it's perseverance and vigilance. Vigilance and perseverance. And so what this is saying is, this is directions, specific directions to the light. And you'll notice on each side of the wall, you had north, east, south, and then down here you have west. Why would they have that? What that's telling you is north is a specific direction, east is a specific direction, south is a specific direction. Each wall is giving you specific directions. And that's why that's on there. And so now I know you're giving me specific directions. Each wall is going to hold specific directions for me to follow if I can unlock it. And it's going to give me directions to the light, to the ark. And so let's just start. You'll notice the words, the fine print. I couldn't get a copy where you could legibly make it out, but I do have it right here for you. And so this is what the sayings say on each wall. If you'll notice on each wall, you'll have these words, these sayings that are real small. And so I'm just going to read all of them together, but they're all around the wall. Bateen. This is what it says. If you think we will find out your defects, you will feel uncomfortable among us. If curiosity spurred you towards us, go away. If you are capable of deception, tremble. You will be found out. If you take notice of human differences, leave. We do not know them here. If your soul is fearful, do not proceed. If you persevere, you will be purified. You will overcome darkness. You will be enlightened. And so these sayings that are going around this wall are a warning. If the Father didn't bring you here, if it's just mere curiosity, go away. If you're capable of deception, tremble. If you take notice in human differences like race, leave. We do not know them here. This is a warning if you've gotten this far. Excuse me. And so, with that one out of the way, we're going to start breaking down the wall. And let's start unlocking what this cipher legend is telling us to do. I'll get my paper over here ready. So this wall says, directions to the light, vigilance and perseverance. That's what it says. And then you have that triangle under it, and that triangle is the symbol of it's the symbol of water, like the living water, the Father. It's what its directions to. So we come over to this wall, the north wall, and you got the word vitriol. Okay. Now I'm going to show you the origins of it, but notice the dots in between. It's also acronym, and we're going to break it down. It's beautiful. So if we just come right over here again. Got the word right here, vitriol. It says vitriol is a sulfuric acid or a sulfate used in the alchemical operations of yore. This word is the origin of the adjective vitrolic, meaning caustic or hostile, referring to speech or criticism. However, in the esoteric sense, it is an acronym for the Latin phrase, and I'm not going to begin to try to pronounce that, but there it is. And then it says, which means visit the interior of the earth, and rectifying it, you will find the hidden stone. Visit the interior of the earth? How do you do that? It's through a cave. And when you enter into that cave, after rectifying it, to rectify is to make right, to make correct. So that means when you entered into the cave, something was wrong. And what it ended up being was, we only have half of a body. We have legs, but we do not have the other half. And we need to rectify that. And when you rectify that, when you bring the body and the legs together, you will find the hidden stone. And that's what we're looking for. We're on a mountain and we're looking for a specific stone. So let's go back here. Now we know what vitriol means. The interior of the earth, and after rectifying it, you will find the hidden stone. We come to the other side, and you have bones. You have a skeleton here. And then you have the letter G. If you flip it, it's the letter G, because the G's on the entrance of our cave. And we had bones there. That's why bones are on these directions. Now in the center, you have this symbol. It looks like a 6 and a 9. That is the alchemical symbol for union. And then you have an arrow pointing to the other side of the wall. So we need to unionize this wall with this wall. Bring these two together. Rectify it. This side of the wall brought you into the interior of the cave and gave you the legs. The other side of the wall is going to give you the upper half, the body. And we will rectify it and then find the hidden stone. This is exact directions on how to read your map, your cipher map. That's what the chamber of reflection is. Right in front of our faces, drawn in many different ways, but directions. It's incredible. And so let's jump to the other side of the wall. Now that we've unlocked this portion, you have the symbol salt there. The one on the right. Be this one right here. That's the symbol for salt. This is the symbol that I don't know what it is. I cannot find it anywhere. Flip it around so you can see it. And so if anybody knows what that symbol is, please let me know. You can pull this drawing up on the internet. I've tried to find it. I can't find it. But this is salt, and we know what the vitriol is. We've unlocked the small letter portion. We know we got to unionize to the other side of the wall. We know what the G is, and we know what the bones are. So we have unlocked this whole wall. And now we're going to the other side of the wall because we have half of this skeleton. We need the other half. And so you come over to the other half, and you'll notice you have a door, an open door in the shape of a square. And it has a dot in that box. And that is exactly what you have in your map here. It's a box with a dot in it. It sits above the Y with the T or the pickaxe. We've been through this in videos. You can go back and look at it. With the print off, it's real blurry, so I can't really zoom into it right now. But that's the box it's referring to. And next to it, you have the sickle, letting you know it's his grave. Sickle always is the representation of death. This symbol right here, notice it looks like a Y. And then when you flip it, you have the E, the Y-E. That's on his funerary monument. It's also in the map, and it's what marks where his upper half is. And then the symbol below it, the triangle, that is the symbol for earth. And so he's in the ground. And when you have that spot, you're going to dig down, and you're going to find his skull. You're also going to find writings. That's what a pen. And then there's some trinkets. We don't know what these bowls looks like. I'm not real sure. But all that's on that table is what you're going to find. And it says, and then you will rectify, after rectifying it, enter into the interior of the earth. And after rectifying it, now we have his upper half, and we're rectifying it, and you will find the hidden stone. Directions will be with him on where that hidden stone is. But I can't go there until this summer. We will not be able to do that until summer. So I want to try to break this and skip that and go find the Father and find the Father first, and then we'll come back for him this summer. So you have the word Vatim after you've done this. We understand this. We haven't performed it, but we're breaking it, and we're understanding exactly where you are, and we're wanting to skip this because we can't get you right now. So we'll come back, but we believe that we can actually unlock this without having to do this portion. And the next step is the last part of the wall. It says, it's the word Vatim. I believe that's an Italian word, and it means go away or get away from, go out. He wants you to go out. He wants you to go away from the keystone. Go away from the site that you've been working at through all this. Because the entrance into the temple is not there. So where is it? Well, it's the last wall right here. And what you have is an upside down omega symbol with a door under it, an open door. Now I'm going to show you something. I showed it in the channel, or on the podcast, Sunday night. And this is what we have. It is an upside down Omega symbol carved into a rock 1,000 yards north of the keystone. That's why the word Vatine is on the wall. You got to go out about 1,000 yards north to find this symbol, because this is where your entrance is. This is where your open door is. You can see it's on a stone at the end of a huge, basically a huge rock shelf. We're up under it here. See, there's huge rocks under it. We're working this now. I can't go into too much further detail at the moment, but we are working it. But somebody has to explain that. The keystone's hard enough. With all the evidence, it's impossible that is not an aerial view map of the keystone with the legs and the upper half. Now we have a cipher that we've broken it all down. It's telling you exactly what to do, and then it's telling you the last step. You need to go out and you need to look for this symbol. And when we go out 1,000 yards north, there it is. We have it cleaned up. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show it to you on my phone. Get it real quick. Sorry about that. But I actually have it on the phone too, so we can match them up. There you go. Carved outward. It's incredible. There's the line above it, using the rock shelf to give you the line above it. Come over here, and there it is with the line above it. It's not possible. Brothers and sisters, it is not possible. Why is it upside down? Because it's the chamber of reflection. That's what it's telling you. You can't flip it right to left, because the shape wouldn't change. And so he flips it upside down, letting you know it's your chamber of reflection. And that's exactly what this is. That's exactly what this is. Now, the door's open, but there are two symbols on it. One is the symbol for brick, and the other is the symbol for earth. If you're looking at it, you see, we believe we have to look at it from this perspective, but you can turn it around. And if you turn it around, then it becomes the symbol for air. And of course, that would obviously represent invisible. It's invisible. And then you have the symbol for brick above it. Now, the brick's interesting, because we do have something out there. It's behind this. You can actually go behind this rock shelf where the Omega symbol has been carved out. And when you go behind this rock shelf, or this huge rock, there's another rock behind it, and it's huge. And so when you walk behind it, you basically have an alleyway, and when you get towards the back of the alleyway, that's what you have. Clearly man done. This side is all washed out. The other side is nothing but dirt. It's a retaining wall, and it falls directly behind our Omega symbol. A brick is man-made. This is obviously man-made at the symbol of our Omega symbol. And so there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. And this, I truly believe this is what's called the cipher legend to the cipher map. It is the chamber of reflection, but it is giving you oh so much more. And then check this out. So once you have come in and you're breaking it down, directions, specific directions to the light, and you're reading the directions, enter the interior of the earth. We've done that. Found your G. After rectifying it, have the leg bones. After, got to unionize them. After rectifying it, you will find the hidden stone, get his upper half. Now we've rectified it. You got to go out about 1,000 yards north, Vatine, get away from, because you're looking for that symbol. Okay? You're looking for that symbol. And then you have the brick and the air. Man done, or earth. If it's upside down like this, it's the symbol for earth. Rocks and stones. Rocks and stones. I'm going to show you a cipher where he uses weathercock. He does it a few times. This is in the first folio. Sorry about that. This is in the first folio. You see off to the corner the TT, and then he has MAP, capital letter cipher, in a line, giving you the triangle, the treasure map, and then under it, my treasure map. And then what does it say? It says, "Oh, left unseen, inscrutable, invisible, as a nose on a man's face, or a weathercock on a steeple. My master sues to her, and she hath taught her suitor, he being her pupil, to become her tutor." This is a cipher, and he's using the weathercock as a nose on a man's face. The map, it's not right in front of you. They're hidden in ciphers, and so it's there, but you can barely see it until you unlock them. Or the weathercock on a steeple. You know, they're way high up in the air, and they could be hard to see. But this is just one cipher where I'm showing you he uses this. And so when you're looking at this, cipher, he's not talking about Mercury. He's not talking about Hermes. Wherever they made that up, wherever they got that from, it's just not correct. Understand what he's trying to convey to you with the Latin words underneath. To the light. It's directions to the light. And now after you've done all this, and you've come over and we've rectified the body, now we've gone out, now we're here, and let's just say our entrance is there, and boom, we're in. We've entered in. We have found it, we've broken it, and we've entered in. There's only one thing that's left, and it's that chair. But when you flip it this direction, it becomes the Ark of the Covenant. Looks just like the Ark of the Covenant would, and they're staring at each other. That's what the dots are. That's what's in there. That's what's waiting for us. Men have been trying to do this, all the work. Amundsen, Jake Roberts, all these people going all the way back to when this work was done. Everybody together, we've all played a role. And now we're coming to the end. This is a cipher legend to the cipher map. I truly believe it. There's just no way you can make that up. There's no way you can take this. That symbol just solidifies everything with everything else that we have. It's an incredible cipher. We're working it, and we will let you know as soon as we know. For sure. And so I wanted to let you guys see that. That's what we were talking about Sunday. Just a lot of big things are happening. You're seeing things in the world taking place. A lot of things. Everybody can see it's happening. Everybody can see what's coming. May not want it to happen. May not want it to be the time. But it's time. This world is a wicked place. And this country is ruled by wicked people. And you know you are surrounded by evil when the vilest people are exalted. And that is happening. It is time. It is time. And we are going to do this. You will not stop us. This is going to happen. Nothing in this world can prevent this. The Father has ordained it. Bacon did it. And we will finish it. All of us together. We love you, Father. Thank you for your work. Thank you for everything that you do. Everything you've done. All the secret work that you get no acknowledgement for. His works are so vast, we only know but a few of them. This is a very beautiful one left for me and you, and we don't deserve it. It's all for Him. This is all about Him. This is His time. This is His time. And I want Him. Let's make it happen. In Yahushua's name, amen.